The writer is Argentinian, and he wrote the book apparently in around 1920s and 30s. All these things that he's going to describe have happened through that period of time, and he step by step gets us close to the magnificent Aleph, and the way it can represent the world, the universe in every angle and everything. Well, the story begins by the story, which is probably by the author's claim a true story. It begins with the death of a loved one, Beatriz Viterbo, who died in 1929, and the writer expresses a lot of mourning, a lot of sadness, and he shows frustration when he writes about how he feels, and he describes that after her death, on every anniversary, he goes to her house to give the family a visit, as a sign of love to the family as well as the person who had passed away. During these visits, which happened around 1934, around 5 years later, the author meets somebody called Carlos Argentino Donnery, who claims to be a poet of best quality. The author goes on to say that somewhere around 1941, he visited the house to stay for dinner and stay maybe for the night. And on that occasion, particularly, they had something to drink, and the guy Donnery drinks a bit too much, which makes him start on talking about the world, the universe, everything in it, and every other logical matter that could be discussed only by someone who knows a lot about the universe and everything in it, which is probably impossible nowadays. There are some words that I've put down as how the author describes Donnery's ideas. He describes them as foolish ideas, pompous and drawn out expositions. That's how he describes it. So the writer shows somehow an anger, kind of hatred, because he thinks that Donnery is not exactly the person that he claims to be, and he doesn't know what he says, and he's just rambling nonsense. It also says that that Donnery, whenever he recites a poem by himself, the first person to give approval is himself. So that's again something that adds salt into injury. That's making everything worse for the author in terms of his emotions to the person Donnery. Now, at this point of the story, it says that some weeks later, Donnery calls up the author out of nowhere for the first time and tells him that the business somewhere around him is going to take the house and tear it down, and as a kind of extension of their own business. And his explanation for his worry for his concern is that there is something in his cellar, which is called the Aleph, that makes him not want to give up the house. The author does not hesitate so much, hangs up the phone, goes over to see if it's real. So Donnery takes Jorge up to the cellar. He closes the door. He waits in the darkness. Kind of has this theory of Donnery wanting to kill him, but all of a sudden, he sees the Aleph. He starts talking about how he can't explain what the Aleph was or what the Aleph looked like to him, Um, and he says that is too big to be said using words. So he says sorry for this. But then it's this paragraph that makes everything a bit clear to what Aleph was, or what kind of Aleph he could see or witness in the cellar of Donnery's house. On the back part of the step to the right, I saw a small iridescent sphere of almost unbearable brilliance. At first, I thought it was revolving. Then I realized that this movement was an illusion created by the dizzying world it bounded. The Aleph's diameter was probably little more than an inch, but all space was there, actual and undiminished. Each thing, a mirror's face, let us say, was infinite things, since I distinctly saw it from every angle of the universe. I saw the teeming sea, I saw daybreak and the nightfall. I saw the multitudes of America, I saw a silvery cobweb in the center of a black pyramid. I saw a splintered labyrinth, it was London. I saw close up unending eyes watching themselves in me as in a mirror. I saw all the mirrors on earth and none of them reflected me. I saw a backyard of Solar Street, the same tiles that 30 years before I'd seen in the entrance of a house in Fray Bentos. I saw bunches of grapes, snow, tobacco, loads of metal, steam. I saw convex equatorial deserts, and each one of their grains of sand. I saw a woman in Inverness whom I shall never forget. I saw her tangled hair, her tall figure. I saw the cancer in her breast. And the writer goes on for another 300 and something words of describing what the Aleph was, or what he saw in the Aleph, and all of a sudden, while he's lost in his own world, while he's lost in the Aleph, Donnery goes to the cellar, opens the door, and he's on the steps, which disturbs the author again. And makes him maybe double angry. And when Donnery asks him if he actually saw the Aleph and now believes him, he thought that it could be his revenge not to tell the guy that he saw it and that it was all an illusion and everything, to make him maybe think again about his own sanity and things like that. So it's a bit naughty of him to be doing that. Then in 1943, 2 years later, he wrote in a Postscript that he thinks the Aleph was a false Aleph, because he had read a lot about other instances of people having seen the Aleph and having experienced all that it contains. So he thought it might be another false Aleph that he actually imagined to be true. And he also talks on the name Aleph, which is the first Hebrew and a Persian letter of the alphabet. And he talks on how these could relate in meaning, and the kind of the philosophical view on the Aleph and what it is, and which is something, as you might know by now, something, a point in space, like a little ball in space, in which you can see all the space. Well, that is the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this introduction video, and please comment what you think about our videos, and let us know what kind of content you're interested in. We can be in touch and things like that. So thank you very much for watching. If you watched this far, I really like you so much. If you watched this far, it means that the content means something to you. Thank you very much. Leave a like button and subscribe if you haven't. Please let us know what you think of our content. Thank you very much. Till next time.